Street Fighter just got its trailer, and let me tell you, this was one of those movies where I was just like, if they don't get the tone right, this is just not gonna work. And you know, I saw the character posters first. So the Video Game Awards were happening, right? And they released the character posters. Well, I don't know if they released that first or if they released the trailer, but I saw the character posters first, and I was just like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, what is this for real? I paused when I saw Jason Momoa as Blanca because I just didn't know what to expect here. And I was like, okay, the trailer's going to come out pretty soon then. Hopefully it's better than the posters. Now, I will tell you, it is. But the posters kind of scared me. They kind of scared me. I said, okay, this is not going to be good. But here we are. Let's talk about Street Fighter. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're just going to really quickly go over this trailer. The character posters, I don't know what to tell you about that. I just didn't really like them or vibe with them as much as I had hoped I would. But we're here to talk about Street Fighter and what exactly we can expect. So this film is being directed by director Kitao Sakurai. And this is a Japanese director who has worked on things like the Eric Andre Show, which I've watched some things about that. And I think it's pretty interesting. Bad Trip, a Netflix movie. And, you know, the Eric Andre Show definitely oozes throughout this like vibes of the Street Fighter film. Eric Andre's in this as well. So this film has a pretty stacked cast. Before we get into the cast, let's read the premise, which says, set in 1993, estranged fighters Ryu, played by Andrew Koji, and Ken Masters, played by Noah Centineo, who's going to have a pretty good year with Masters of the Universe actually, are thrown back into combat when the mysterious Chun-Li, played by Kalina Liang, recruits them for the next World Warrior Tournament, a brutal clash of fists, fate, and fury. But behind this battle royale lies a deadly conspiracy that forces them to face off against each other and the demons of their past, and if they don't, it's game over. So, I don't know. That sounds promising to me, and the trailer kind of like backs that up as well. So, you have Noah Centineo as Ken Masters, Andrew Koji as Ryu, Jason Momoa as Blanca, Roman Reigns as Akuma, Kalina Liang as Chun-Li, Curtis Jackson, otherwise known as 50 Cent, as Balrog, Andrew Schultz as Dan Hibiki, David Dalsmalchian as M. Bison, Cody Rhodes as Gil, Bidut Jamal as Dalism, Eric Andre as Don Savage, Orville Peck as Vega. You have Oliver Riders as Zangief. You have Hiruku Goto as E. Honda, Mel Johnson as Cammy, Reina Ballandingham as Julie, Alexander Volkanovsky as Joe, and Kyle Mooney as Marvin. Now, the trailer in itself, I thought was pretty great, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the pulpy vibes that it's giving right now, sort of like I'm opening a graphic novel or comic book and I'm looking at panels back and forth. That's exactly what I wanted Street Fighter to feel like. I didn't want it to be this self-serious, give us like realistic vibes. I wanted this to be something that was going to feel like, hey, this seems impossible and it couldn't happen, but it's fucking fun. That's what I wanted this Street Fighter film to feel like, and I'm getting that from the trailer. It has a grindhouse feel to it as well, which I really do appreciate. And the character posters, I definitely did get nervous about them, but they don't look like that, the characters, as they do in the trailer, which is totally fine. We even get the car scene at the end of this trailer, which is a bonus game in the game. So they're obviously fans of the game here, and it looks like we are going to get just about what we needed to from this also. I'm definitely excited in that part. I just need to see where this is going to feel like when it comes to dialogue and things like that. Because don't get me wrong, if they choose to go in a cheesy dialogue vibe, it can work to an extent however they're pulling it off, right? Because cheesiness works for me when it comes to films and when the filmmakers are in on it, but when they're trying to make it feel like, you know, it's just a delicate balance like with anything. You don't want to fall, when you're trying to do like a satire or parody vibe, into actually being bad. So that's what I'm worried about, that this film definitely is teetering that line with this trailer that we got here. But I don't know, I'm always up to being proved wrong. This is going to come out October 16th, 2026, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. This was actually going to be directed by Raka Raka. Now I believe they are just producing it. So Danny and Michael Philippou at one point were going to do this, and they didn't. They went ahead and did like Bring Her Back and whatever they're working on next. So that kind of had me a little worried, because I was very excited for Raka Raka to get on this, because I think they have some very good, like, I would say, kinetic energy when it comes to their projects. So we'll see how it comes out now for this new director here, Kitao Sakurai. So we'll see. I am optimistic, but I am definitely toning my expectations down a lot, because with video games like Street Fighter and stuff like that, where it doesn't really have a sort of vibe going for it, besides it almost feeling like kind of like a pulpy vibe, I just don't know where exactly the middle ground is. Of course, there were the films that came out back in the day with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and those were its own thing. And even then, I those are just like whatever, a moment in time. They are part of that time in which they came out, and we'll leave it at that for now. But we'll see what happens with this one once it releases next year in October. We're almost like 10 months away from that, so we'll see whenever we get a full trailer as well. Like I said, I want to feel how it's like gonna be with the dialogue and everything cranking out, and if it's gonna be just as good, or if this is just more all visuals, no show. So we'll see what happens. Comment down below your thoughts and your opinions on it. Are you content with the trailer right now? I am. I definitely do think it was a great teaser. It definitely gets you excited, gets you pumped to see what comes next. Now the big thing is going to prove to people that you have a movie where they are going to not just get all flash and no bang, right? That's definitely a thing right there. So we'll see what happens. Comment below your thoughts and opinions. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell for all things you love. We will be discussing a lot of other things over the weekend, including the Sundance list of movies that they are going to be presenting, as well as Welcome to Derry on Sunday. We have the finale, so I'll be breaking that down and talking theories for season 2. Don't miss out on any of that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a video, and I'll see all of you next time. As always, stay safe, stay positive.